Brace yourself, Bridgerton fans. The wait just got a little more painful. While there's excitement in the air thanks to Yarren Ha joining the cast as the next season's central love interest, Netflix has dropped some bittersweet news about Season 4's production, and it might mean we won't be seeing new episodes for quite a while. According to the latest update, Bridgerton is expanding its filming footprint in a major way. Season 4 is being shot on a newly constructed backlot at Shepperton Studios, designed to replicate the charm of Georgian and Regency-era London. We're talking meticulously recreated buildings, streets of Mayfair, and lavish homes, all crafted to bring a richer, more immersive version of the Bridgerton world to life. This expansive new set has taken 8 months to build and covers 2 acres. It was designed by production designer Alison Gartshaw, with art direction by Anthony Carruthers and Adam David Grant, setting the stage for a visually stunning new chapter. So, when can we actually expect to see Season 4 on Netflix? Let's break down the timeline. Season 3 began filming in late July 2022 and wrapped in March 2023, eventually premiering in 2 parts during May and June 2024. If Season 4 follows the same path, production could wrap around May 2025. However, post-production tends to be lengthy, including editing, sound, and dubbing into multiple languages, which means the final release may not happen until August 2026. That's over 2 years after Season 3 aired. This kind of delay is becoming increasingly common, as showrunner Jess Brownell has explained. Although the team is doing what they can to move faster, it still takes about 8 months to film, and the writing process is equally time-consuming. Brownell said they're aiming for a 2-year pace, but shortening that timeline is a real challenge. And if Season 4 is split into 2 parts like its predecessor, the finale might not arrive until as late as September 2026. But it's not all gloom. There's plenty of hope for refreshing changes in Season 4, especially when it comes to Benedict's story. One change fans are eager for is the continued presence of Isabella Laughland as Posey Riling. In the original book, An Offer from a Gentleman, Posey, the kinder of Araminta's daughters, finds the courage to defy her toxic mother. She ends up being invited by Violet Bridgerton to live with the family, offering her a new, loving environment. However, Posey only briefly appears in the book's second epilogue, and her role essentially ends there. The show now has a unique chance to expand on her storyline, contrasting her cold upbringing with the warmth of the Bridgerton household, especially if Violet continues to treat her like one of her own. Removing Posey from the series after 1 season would feel like a missed opportunity for character development and emotional storytelling. Another adjustment that makes sense for the show involves how Benedict learns of Sophie's arrest. In the book, he discovers it through Lady Whistledown's column. But since Penelope's secret identity as Whistledown has already been revealed on the show, that narrative route no longer works. A stronger alternative would be having Penelope personally witness Sophie's arrest and immediately tell Benedict, which fits better with the show's current direction. It wouldn't make sense for Penelope, now part of the Bridgerton family, to delay this important information. If she arrives early enough, maybe she could even help stop the arrest using her status, though that might reduce the tension of the scene. Still, the most compelling version is Penelope rushing to inform Benedict, allowing him and Violet to come to Sophie's aid just in time. The show should also address some of the more troubling parts of the book version of Benedict. While An Offer from a Gentleman sees Benedict falling for Sophie, it also includes problematic behavior, including him asking her to be his mistress, blackmailing her, and later pressuring her in ways that wouldn't sit well with modern audiences. The Bridgerton series has already improved upon such elements, avoiding Anthony's coercive behavior in Season 2 and Colin's aggression from the books. Benedict's arc should receive the same careful treatment. Instead of manipulative behavior, the show could portray Benedict as someone who genuinely supports Sophie's independence. If she ends up working for Violet, it should be her decision, not something she's forced into. Their romantic tension can remain intact, but the show should eliminate any coercion. Taking this a step further, another smart shift would be for Benedict to help Sophie find work. Not with the Bridgertons, but with Will and Alice Mondrick. That change would demonstrate Benedict's selflessness, prioritizing Sophie's comfort and agency. While working for the Bridgertons would keep her closer to Benedict, it risks recreating a power imbalance. The Mondrishes, who've already been established as close to the Bridgertons, especially Will's friendship with Benedict and Colin, would offer a natural and supportive environment. Given Will and Alice's own working-class background, they'd likely relate to Sophie's struggles, adding more emotional texture to her journey. And thanks to the Mondrick-Bridgerton connection, Sophie could still maintain regular interaction with the family. Finally, Season 4 should deepen Sophie's backstory with meaningful flashbacks to her childhood. In the novel, we get glimpses of her life before Araminta enters the picture, but it's never fully explored. Bridgerton has effectively used flashbacks before, such as Simon's traumatic upbringing or Anthony's struggle with his father's death. Doing the same for Sophie would give viewers a better understanding of her resilience and her reasons for rejecting Benedict's initial proposal. With the casting of Yarren Ha as Sophie Beck, there's also a golden opportunity to incorporate Korean cultural elements into the character's arc. In fact, showrunner Jess Brownell revealed that Ha herself chose the last name Beck to reflect her heritage. Bridgerton has embraced cultural authenticity before, notably with Kate Sharma's Indian background in Season 2, complete with references to traditions like the Haldi ceremony and familial terms like Appa and Didi. Sophie's heritage could be similarly woven into her storyline, enriching her character with meaningful details and giving viewers a deeper emotional connection. So while the wait for Bridgerton Season 4 may be long, potentially stretching into late 2026, there are plenty of exciting developments to look forward to. If the show continues making thoughtful updates to its source material, we could be in for the most emotionally rich and inclusive season yet.